What up? The KING. Patrick back from Yin Yangs. I'm driving home from work. Long drive, like 2.5 hours, and I'm about halfway through. So I figured, you know what? I'm gonna go live. I'm gonna talk a little bit to you guys, the wonderful Yin Yang Zing crew, the Cuvians, about anything and everything, really. So I've been doing a lot of work on decks and stuff. I've got a really fun casual deck. I've actually got a couple of deck profiles I'm trying to figure out a time to record with. Josh to get his Pokemon TCG, his world deck profile. I'm looking forward to that. And I'm going to continue saying this. This is probably the last time you'll hear me say this until we do that deck profile. Is a big old kudos and congratulations to him for making Worlds. He put in a serious grind to get there, and I am personally very, very proud of him. But it's a cool accomplishment. So we're gonna talk about here for a little bit. We're gonna start this conversation off swell with don't text and drive. We're going to talk about the what you need to succeed in any card game and how to succeed in any card game. So at a competitive level. So let's start with the important stuff. So your attitude is the very first and most important thing that you can control to succeed in any card game and in any game and to succeed in life. You need to have a good outlook. You know, I play competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! Fairly competently. I'm not the best player in the world. I'll be the first to admit it. But I have a very analytical mind, and it's very... I go there with the intention of winning, but I understand that I can lose and I can be outplayed. Now, are there times that I brick? Yes. Does that contribute to my loss? Absolutely. Whose fault is that? Mine. I didn't do enough work. And sometimes it's just luck of the draw. Sometimes you just don't draw well. It happens. It's a card game. You've got 40 to 60 cards that sometimes it just doesn't work your way. So after your attitude, making sure you have the proper outlook. Don't blame everyone else if you get outplayed. If you misplay, don't blame them for that. That's not their fault. If you had information, the game would be totally different. You know, blame yourself for what you can control and own it, and look to making yourself better. Don't look at it like I lost, I'm a piece of crap, I'm a failure. No, that's not the right attitude. The right attitude is, hey, you know what? I've learned, and I'm going to take these notes. After every game, I took notes. I have about 4 or 5 pages of notes that, okay, what can I do differently in this situation? Okay, well, what's the right play? What do I hit with Valor for this deck? What's the weak point of this deck? Why wasn't I prepared for this deck? So we're in a very diverse format. We have been for a really long time now, about 6-7 months, and God, it's nice. Oh my God, it's like old school Yu-Gi-Oh! Again. It's great. We have 6 samurais topping places right now, which is just weird. It's diverse, and it's such a good thing. It's such a positive. It's what the game needed desperately. So that's the first step, is attitude. If you have the right attitude, you can succeed in anything, but you have to understand that attitude. The second step is humility. It's part of attitude a little bit, but here's why it's important. If you go into a game thinking, I'm better than everybody else, if you get beat, that's going to destroy your confidence. But if you go into there like, okay, I don't know anything about this person. Let's go. Let's play a game. And we'll talk throughout the game and stuff like, I do. I talk about life. It's part of it is getting to know them. And it's also a good way to try and figure out their tells. If they're lying, if they're bluffing you, talking to them and getting to know who they are as a person, sometimes you can find a read in there. You can find a bluff, a tell. And that's important, but it also helps it promote interpersonal skills. Being able to understand other people. The other part of that is, ask your opponent, hey, if you were in my shoes, what would you have done differently? This is what I had in that situation. Ask people that beat you, hey, what can I do differently? What am I doing wrong? Now, if they're just rude and dismissive, because those people exist, it's why I quit Magic the Gathering. Sorry, internet. Internet, good morning. So it's just, being humble is incredibly important because it allows you the opportunity to really learn from people that have beaten you and from people that may be better players than you. It's the only way you're going to grow. And if they're rude or dismissive, okay, don't take those notes. But more often than not, you're going to find at least 2 or 3 players. If you go to a regional event, you're going to play, let's say, 8 rounds. If you play in that 8 rounds, you'll find at least 2 or 3 people that are going to help you if they beat you. If you lose out, if you lose all 8 games, sure, let's say 5 of them aren't going to help you. That still leaves 3 that probably will. So don't be shy when asking for advice on how to improve. I'm not. I want to be the best player that I can possibly be. I'm not very good at declaring my chain links properly, and I'm working on it. But there's a way to take positive, constructive criticism from a rude comment. I don't let things bother me, really. If you're being rude, I'll just be like, all right, I'm done talking to you. I'm not interested. But I will listen. I hear what they're saying. So I was like, okay, this, and this are all activating at the same time. I thought this person, because he's a competitive player, and I know that he's a competitive player, I thought, hey, he's going to understand that these are chain links. And he tried to do something that he couldn't do. I'm like, how? You can't do that. That's not, he's like, well, you have to declare your chain links. Well, I'm sorry you didn't follow that. They're stackable effects, they have to be activated in succession. They all activate simultaneously. I'm sorry you didn't understand that. My bad. But the way he did it was just like, you need to learn how to declare your fucking chain links. And I'm like, all right, cool. There's a way to approach it, hey, you need to declare your chain links. All right, my bad. No big deal. That's fine. That brings me to the third point. Don't be a dickbag. We have enough dickbags in this world, enough assholes in this world. Don't be that person. If you're going to events and you're belittling people and you're talking to them like they're the scum of the earth, get the fuck out of this game. That's how I feel about it. There are kids trying to learn how to play this game. There are people that are just getting back into this game and getting acclimated to this competitive format and how competitive play works. And there are some people, like me, that misunderstand what people think. Don't be an asshole. If it's the first time you're playing against somebody, don't be an asshole. You know who you are, people. You know who you are. There's a way to approach talking to someone. If someone's like, hey, what do you think of this deck? If they ask you for your opinion, give them your opinion. And do it politely and respectfully, because they're different mindsets. So for example, I play Blue Eyes Chaos Max. That's the style of Blue Eyes that I like to play, which, by the way, is one of the decks that I may be profiling. I have to decide which ones I want to do. Probably going to do Fluffles. Anyway, unrelated. Where am I? Okay, sorry. I got lost for a second. If If you're going to be an asshole, quit. Just quit. Because I don't want to deal with you. I'm playing this game for fun. It's fun. Yes, I want to play competitively. I want to be good at it. But there's a way to talk to people. And some people in our community, and you know who you are, not all of us, not all of the people in the Yu-Gi-Oh community are assholes. It's not how it works. But there's enough assholes in the community to keep people from wanting to play this game. I gave my example. I'm not going to name names. I'm not going to out anybody. That's not who I am. That individual probably knows who they are because I was very dismissive for the rest of the game. If you're an asshole to me, I'm an asshole back. I will do what you asked, but I'm not going to be like, you're not going to get a lot of conversation points out of me. I'm not going to be fun. I'm not going to laugh. It was a rogue day. Like, anyway, so don't be an asshole. If somebody, so I play Blue Eyes Chaos Max. Back to my story. So I play Blue Eyes Chaos Max. That's the style of Blue Eyes I like. So someone's like, hey, I know you play Blue Eyes. Can you show me? And I'm like, okay, well, let me look at what your build is. Do you mind? They didn't mind. So I'm flipping through the stuff, and I'm like, okay, well, these are my recommendations. This is how I would play it if I was playing just regular Blue Eyes. I wouldn't play these 3 cards. I'd play these suggestive cards instead. These are my opinions. This is why I feel they work. So I'm going through and talking, and he's telling me why he's playing these cards, and I'm hearing him out. And he's a returning player, so I'm very receptive, and I'm like, hey, that's a great concept. This is why I find that it doesn't work in the current format, the way the game is being played now. And he's being receptive to me. I'm trying to be polite and receptive, and I'm listening to what he's saying to try and help him see what I see, and I'm listening to him so I can see what he sees. And some guy from across the room just goes, no, you gotta play this, and this. Otherwise, you suck. You're a scrub. And I'm like, dude, he was asking me, not you. Sit down and shut up. Because I don't play this game. Like, I don't play the nice guy to people that are going to be jerks. If you're going to be a jerk, I'm going to be one back. Because the guy, he was just returning to the game. And he had a budget. So, this guy coming across the room and just kind of like, rah, 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 you got to play this or you suck. No, that's not how the game works. Everybody's a little different. Shut the fuck up. Like, there's a way to approach it. Because another guy came up and goes, hey, so I agree with those choices, but do you mind if I jump in? Because I play Blue Eyes as well. And that was cool. That was a conversation point. That was him coming in and respectfully asking to give his input. I will never, ever, ever, if you can look at it and give your creative input, I'm going to listen because I'm going to learn something. But if you come over and just start like, no, you got to play this, and this. I play it like this, and it always wins for me. Shut up. There's a way to approach conversations. You need to learn how to engage in proper adult, constructive criticism conversations. If you don't, if you come in there and you're belligerent and you're rude, I am going to be rude back 110% of the time. If you come up to me at a local or in public or whatever, you come up to me and you just start, oh, you suck, oh, you're no good at this. I'll be like, oh, who gives a shit? You shut the hell up. Like, I'm not, if you're rude to me, I'm rude back. That's just who I am. I will always be that way. God, this traffic. Oh, I hate traffic. I was trying to dodge this. Dodge, duck, dip, dive, dodge. That's my 2 cents on conversation starting, on being polite. And not being afraid to ask for input. If you ask someone for input and they're rude, then be like, okay, you know what? I'm sorry I asked for your input. And walk away. Apologize for wasting your time, but you're doing it so it sounds like you're apologizing to them, but in reality, you're just apologizing to yourself. Recommendation, I've done it. I asked somebody, hey, can you look at this, tell me what I'm doing wrong, or what you think? And the guy's like, oh, well, you shouldn't be playing that deck at all. That deck sucks. And I'm like, well, I'm sorry. Thank you for your time. I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna go sell stuff. That was it. Like, I went and sold stuff to vendors. I will ask every opponent that beats me how to improve. And I will ask everybody I beat what I could have done better. You can take every opportunity to get better. Don't assume you know everything, because if you assume you know everything, you're going to lose. The next thing you need to succeed in life and in card games is you have to have the ability to tell people to shut the hell up. I do. I don't care. You have to have that power. Because if somebody comes up to you and they're just being belligerent and rude, you have to be like, look, I'm not interested. Leave me alone. I'm sorry, you're rude. Leave me alone. They'll get the hint. And if they continue trying to talk to you, just be like, dude, it's not that deep. It's a card game. I just don't want to talk to someone who's going to be rude to me. I play this game because I enjoy it, because I want to have fun with it. You're taking the fun out of it for me. Leave. You have to have that power. So don't start conversations like that. That's a conversation ender to people that are rude, to people that are belligerent, to people that are trying to pick fights. Figure out a way that you can politely but firmly tell someone to leave you the hell alone. Gotta have it. The next thing, net deck. Whoa. Okay. Before anybody goes absolutely postal, listen to what I'm saying. I'm not saying copy and paste decks and try to win with the best decks. Whatever deck you're trying to play, look deck profiles up on YouTube. Look up deck lists on different Yu-Gi-Oh forums and blogs and things like that. Look them up. See what other people are playing and how they're succeeding, how they're doing. Use their knowledge and experience and say, okay, that's what they were doing. They made it. I'm going to try and build rockets. I don't know. I'm just picking a deck. I'm going to try and build rockets. Well, I'm going to look up 3 or 4 deck profiles and see what I like. Now, okay, so I'm going to build the net deck. So I have all the cards. Okay, now I'm going to shuffle it, play it. All right, now I'm going to see what techs are different between this deck and that deck. So I've played a couple hands. I'm trying to figure out how the combos work. All right, I don't like these ones. This is adding inconsistencies. I'm going to change this. I'm going to throw, ooh, let's look at these ones. Okay, and then you start finding what you like and what works for you, and then start building it out. So use net decking as a tool, as a starting point. For example, when I started playing Mech Knight Invoked, or even now when I started updating, I look at what other people are doing. I am, and I'll be the first to admit that I net decked 3 different decks to try and figure out what exactly I wanted to do with it. Now I'm very confident with the deck, and it's very much my own. I added a normal summon to the deck. I play 6 hand traps, and there's 3 different ones. Like, it's all about having a plan, following through with the plan. Excuse me. And knowing what you're trying to play. So, that's just my 2 cents on that. Have a plan, stick to the plan. You have to. It's the only way you're going to succeed in this game. Or in any game, really. But those are the things that you need to succeed. Don't be afraid to take notes. Don't be afraid to tell someone to stop talking when they're being rude. Don't be an asshole. Be humble. Listen to advice. Ask for advice. And constantly try to be better, and remember that it's a game. Remember that above all else. It's great to have goals, but at the end of the day, remember, it is not the single most important thing in the world. If you make Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Pokemon or Magic the Gathering or Hearthstone or Dragon Ball Super or Cardfight Vanguard or any other game, Force of Will, if you make any of these more important to you than your family, than your friends, than your significant others, you will never succeed in life. These are great. They're a great way to have a sense of friends and community. It's something to do. It's a great hobby, but it should not be your life. If all you do all day, every day, is look at Yu-Gi-Oh, talk Yu-Gi-Oh, play Yu-Gi-Oh, talk to your friends about Yu-Gi-Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh, blah, 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 it's not going to work. Can't be the most important thing in your life. For me, and you guys, anybody that's been a part of the channel since the beginning knows I have a kid, and he is the mascot of the channel because he pops in more videos than anybody else, including me probably. That's not true, I'm in every video, but it's important to understand balance, and Yu-Gi-Oh shouldn't take up more than a quarter of your life. It shouldn't. Let's just call it what it is. Half of your life should be spent dealing with family and friends and responsibilities. Let's give it a quarter to hobbies and stuff, and then the other quarter to work, to your profession, to what you do for a living. You can go as far as half, because if you're like, for example, if you're a Yu-Gi tuber, then you're mixing your life. It's part of your life. 50% of your life is a card game that is your hobby, but also now it's your part of your profession. Okay, that's fair, but you should still leave 50% of your day at minimum for your family and your friends and your responsibilities. You have to take care of those things. Those are my thoughts. God, this is a long... I hate rush hour. So, for those of you that are still watching at 20 some odd minutes, a lot of this is very rambly. Hello, Semi. Wow. So I want to ask, since we're in the middle of this, leave a comment and let me know what deck you would like to see. I've got a couple of decks that I'm really, really proud of. I had a Fluffles deck profile. It kind of got corrupted. Yeah, it was a good day. So, yeah, that was a thing. So, I got Fluffles. Wow, sorry, that was unprofessional. I've got Blue Eyes Chaos Max, which is updated. I have a Hieratic Chaos Dragon. It's super weird deck profile. Let's see here. Ooh, I'm not feeling great. Let's see. So Fluffles. I've got the Hieratic Chaos Dragons. Weird. And it's honestly like I'm using that deck as a way to teach a kid that's new to the game how to play. It's that and Blue Eyes, and I give them Blue Eyes, and I play the weird funky one. It's really hard to combo off with. And I give them the more linear, easier to learn strategy, so they can kind of see a mixture of different game styles. Oh my god. I'll get home eventually, I swear. Let's see. I've got Shaddoll Dinosaurs, which is kind of weird. I've got Altergeist, which is a budget variant of Altergeist. I have Paleozoic Frogs, which I've taken out the Lair of Darkness engine, and it's just Paleo Frogs. It's really fun. And then I've got Mekk-Knight Invoked, which I'm still kind of working out the kinks, but I'd be happy to show it to you guys. Oh, excuse me, if you're interested. Let me know what you guys want to see. I really am trying to bring you guys the content that you want to see. Okay, I'm gonna fight with traffic because it's very dangerous to be doing. Well, it's a little dangerous to be doing this and driving. I hope you guys enjoyed this little 30-minute rant about regionals. Come on. and not being an asshole in this game. If you guys have any topics that you'd like me to discuss with you, let me know in the comment section below. Don't do that, driving with at least one hand on the wheel at all times. But let me know what you guys want to see, what you guys are liking. I know it's been a while, and I know I'm doing a lot of this stuff live and off the cuff. That's a lot of fun for me. I'm honestly enjoying going live a lot more than I enjoyed recording. Recording takes a lot of work. Editing takes a lot of work, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I don't have a lot of free time. Remember that 25%? Well, I spend not a lot of it on this. I spend a lot of it on like playing some video games and hanging out with friends and stuff like that, like, and Yu-Gi-Oh. So, like I said, let me know what you guys want to see in the comment section below. There will be a post, a thing on Facebook with a poll. It's a poll. That's the word. There's going to be a poll on Facebook, and that will be for what deck profile you guys want to save. I really appreciate all the love and support. Hopefully we can get it coming. We're at the 50 subscriber mark. We're a little behind my 8 ball, but a lot of that's on us not being able to record and edit just because I'm still traveling a lot for work. So let us know what you guys think and what you guys are liking, and we'll talk to you guys soon. And by we, I mean me, and by me, I mean hello. So I'll see you guys soon. Bye.